What screams summer more than a halter top? Hi, welcome to the Creative Nest. I'm Catherine. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will share with you how to take a tank top and turn it into the halter top that you see me wearing. If that is something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. Folded my tank top in half and I took a piece of fabric. I folded that in half, took my tank top and I placed the folded part on the folded part of the fabric, and then what I did is I cut around my tank top. Because my tank top is a little longer than I would have liked, I decided to cut it where it is, and then when I taken the 1/2 inch seam allowance, it will fall where I want it to fall. Okay, so I added a little more than a 1/2 inch all around, and then when I got to the top, I just cut straight across, and that would give you this shape for the front of your halter top. Now, in order for you to get the back piece for your halter top, all you have to do is turn the front piece over until right where the armhole begins, and then you will pin that down, and you will take the same piece and you will, okay, so this is the last piece that I needed for my tank top. So what I'm going to do, I am going to place it on the fold, and I'm going to cut off the edges of both. So that is it. All right, so now that we have our piece for our halter, we have our front. This is the front of the halter top. This is the back of the halter top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pin my back and front together, right sides kissing. Because we are sewing with knit fabric or stretchy fabric, you're going to use a zigzag stitch and a stretch needle. Make sure that you back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Now that I have my halter top stitch on both sides, I'm going to try my top on just to see if I need to adjust anything, because now is the best time to do that. So I'm going to do that, and when I'm done, I will come back and show you the next step. I tried on my top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come the halter piece of it, this piece here, I'm going to come in about a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to merge that into the rest of the top. I'm going to hem my top, and in order for me to do that, I'm going to turn it over 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch again, and then I'm going to pin it and stitch along that bottom edge. And then when you get to the sides, make sure you open it flat, and then you're going to turn it over 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch again. And then for the halter top, the halter part, you're going to turn over 1/4 inch and then 1/4 inch again, and then you're going to pin, and then you're going to sew all around. Remember, when you get to the side seam, you open it up, and then you're going to fold over 1/4 inch and then 1/4 inch again, and then you're going to stitch that. Once I'm done with that, I will show you the next step. I stitched my piece that goes around the top of my halter top, piece that goes around my neck, and you should have an opening. All you have to do is just put it together, and then take it to your machine and just stitch that 3-inch opening that we left. Just take it to the machine and stitch that closed. And what I have done, I have hemmed the back and the front of my piece, and I've used the same decorative stitch, and I did that for the hem of my piece as well. I don't know if you could see that. So now what you are going to do is, so you're going to turn it over 1 inch, and then you're going to turn it over 1 inch again, and then you are going to pin it down, and you are going to take it to the machine and you are going to stitch from one end to the next using that same decorative stitch. Once you have stitched this down, you're going to take a safety pin and feed it through that casing that you just created, and your top will be finished. So once I'm done with that, I will come back and show you the top. Okay, and this is the top. This is the tank top and fabric. That's all you need. Now I know y'all can see that nice tan, right? Yes, I went on the beach today, and even though I put on sunscreen, I have gotten a nice tan this summer. So I'm going to be looking two-toned all summer. Okay, so this is the front of the top, and now I'm going to show you the back of the top. And I am pairing it with jeans. Of course, these jeans long, and I will pair it with a short jeans because no one wants to be wearing a bunch of clothes this summer break. I know I don't. If you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share my video with family and friends and all those persons who love sewing or just want to be inspired. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye!